On this edition of the news, we'll discuss all the Star Wars action figure news from the past week, including R5-D4, Pride stuff, ARC Trooper 5s, Han Solo, Princess Kanisa, much more. All this and more coming up.
And then finally, we've got the last two that were New Zealand and Australian exclusives. So the Nikto, the AT-AT driver, which I'm going to show you in a second, and the Gamorrean guard. Those three on the Power of the Force card are very pricey because they were only released down south. Down under, put another strip on the Barbie. Shout out to Usualmike. This is the Nikto, and it sold for $2,920.
Thank you to John Ruller for the shout out on his awesome channel, Action Figure Greater. Go check it out, link in the description down below. Awesome stuff. Now, welcome to the show. Today is all the stuff that I've missed over the time that I've been away because, you know, busy with life and stuff. So catching up on 7 days of news, starting off with R5-D4. R5-D4, the TVC version, was never painted on the back and apparently is getting some red stripes. Ooh. Now this is interesting because in this country it's going to be $35 dues, released on December 1st. However, if you have a look at the image of the $45 Black Series version, the red stripes are already on there. Can you believe that? Balance the scales, Hasbro. So yes, they're both getting red stripes. One had red stripes beforehand, now they both got red stripes. How about that? R5-D4 coming to TVC, the Mandalorian version. However, it's so iconic that the Mandalorian version is worthy of picking it up. There is the original canon one. Scout Trooper helmet. Now this item here doesn't have a pre-order date in the United States, but here in Australia at EB Games, $270, it is listed and it is going to be released on the 19th of June here in the land of Oz. So if you're wondering when that helmet was coming, you now know. Disney parks. They always bring out something and every year they do some sort of Pride. This year it's this BBU. Now, I know Disney are deep into their Pride stuff, but this looks a little bit cheap. Now, I say that because if you have a look, it is merely just the BB-8 droid white and they've put some lines on it and it just looks like they didn't go all out to make it fabulous. This really looks a bit cheapy. And the background image, what is that? What is that image? I see some amber from Jurassic Park. What's going on there? Yeah, just a bit cheap. I mean, if you go to the park and you see it and you want a droid and you collect the droids, go and get this for yourself. But yeah, it's not ticking many boxes for me. That's just my opinion. There's also a 6-pack here, and as you can see, once again, they've just done 6 droids, and they didn't name them, just R2, R3, R4, etc., and they're just coloured to change the filament in the 3D printers and spat them out. So yeah, just a bit of a cheap, quick get it out there, we need some Pride stuff. Yeah, disappointing, but it is what it is. Moving on. On the Vintage Star Wars Collection Facebook page, someone got their hands on Han Solo, the Return of the Jedi version. I'm very keen on this figure because it'll go very nicely with their bunker. We're just hoping he can do this with his arms, you know, the old pose. Have a look, up close, some nice images from someone called Santee. Now, on closer inspection, they've said the Han Solo has a new head, new upper arms, new upper torso, a new vest, new blaster, but they've reused a lower torso, a crutch piece, the forearms are old, the hands are old, the legs are old, and the holster's old. So there you go, the reuse of those and the new stuff combined. The face, I kind of like it better than the images we saw in the glam shots because I was like, what is that face? I know those early prototype versions get the glam shots of them. This one kind of a bit better, bit too much forehead, kind of a bit of a 5 head, but still I'm going to get one carded and I'm going to get one loose, so I'm trying to get the two. It's Han Solo, it's my character. Excellent, I'm very happy, you know, this one's coming down the line. Let me know your thoughts about it as well in the comments below. Next up, spotted this in store, check it out, the new Commander Colt TVC Clone Wars 20th anniversary. Very nice sculpting on the face. Makes it nice and easy when they got the bald heads, you know. It's, for some reason I look and I see, you know, baldy Colt, and then you got baldy headed Boba, and then baldy headed Migs, you know. No one has a hairstyle anymore. But very cool, available now on your pegs, well, at least in this country, at EB Games. Also, I did that video where the ZBrush people, and I showed the box of the throne room, the Boba Fett throne room, and zoomed on in. As I think we've mentioned before, the Bib Fortuna, the fat Bib Fortuna is coming on card back, and as you can see, zoomed on in, they have an image of that card back on the box. We just don't have a nice clear shot of it. I have contacted the guys over there at ZBrush, and nothing yet, nothing yet. I'm waiting for a nice clean image to post in a video. We just have to use what we've got from that video there where we screenshotted the guy holding a box. I want glam images. I want shiny. It's probably coming soon. Never mind. Next up, Kanisa and the Ewok 2-pack with Wicket. This is something I'm very excited about. It comes in a box together to 2. The Kanisa, I said, has never been made before. I was only thinking vintage collection. Of course, it's made in the one with the Darth Maul on the box, way back when, the Ewok pack. They can see here with, I might butcher these names, Flitchchi, Nanta, Tebow, and Tippett are in the box, along with Nisa. So apologies for not knowing that pack of Ewoks existed. I'd never seen it before. Someone in the comments tipped me off, so thank you very much, you guys. Also, ARC Trooper 5s. It is a Walmart exclusive. Now, as you can see on the screen, you see the Walmart listing has a crazy price of $27.97 USD. Man, that's a lot of coin. In this country, we have it launching or releasing on September the 1st. So that might give you a good idea when it comes out. When I did screenshot this, it says my closest store is Sacramento, California, which is kind of, well, probably the closest thing. If you go from my point across the Pacific Ocean, that's the first store I get closest to. Interesting stuff. Also, some sad news. One of the toy designers, most known in the community, Mark Boudreau, started at Kenner, moved to Hasbro many years ago, has been in the toy industry for 45 years. Found a clip online of an interview that he gave 10 years ago, and we'll leave today's video with a little tribute to him, showing off that interview that he did. So, share our thoughts and prayers for Mark Boudreau.
Name's Mark Boudreau, designer at Hasbro, work on the Star Wars line, and we're here to see all the fans and have all the fans come and appreciate the things that we do, and we appreciate the fans because, you know, without the fans, all of this wouldn't happen. Well, not this. It certainly has. It's a tribute to George's fantasy and his idea, and so many people being involved with it over the years. I'm just a small part of many people that work at Kenner Hasbro that have been able to deliver all the product that everybody loves and for so many years. Well, I would say early on, I was very glad that I had the opportunity to develop a lot of the mini rigs. Those were vehicles that weren't in the films, but were inspired by the films. So that was really cool. Slave One is one of my favorite vehicles. The big Millennium Falcon that we did a few years back, I was very proud to be able to work on that as well. So I've had the opportunity to work on many vehicles over the years. My favorite characters are Boba Fett, #1, Darth Vader, #2. The toys become an extension of the film and allows everybody to repeat that adventure, that experience over and over again. You can bring the movie to you and have your own little private experiences all the time. And there's not too many properties that can say that they've lasted for 35 years. It's been a privilege and one time kind of lifetime experience to work on Star Wars.
I've been lucky enough to work on so many iconic Star Wars toys. It has been a dream come true for me, both as a designer and as a fan. Looking back, I've worked on every 3 3/4 inch Millennium Falcon that Kenner or Hasbro has ever done. I've also had the privilege of working on AT-ATs, TIE Fighters, X-Wings, Slave One, Jedi Starfighters. The list goes on and on and on.
Hi, I'm Steve Evans, Design Director for Star Wars here at Hasbro.
And I'm Mark Boudreau, Principal Designer.
Allow us to share with you a sneak peek of our first ever HasLab project. Fans have been asking for us to bring Jabba's sail barge from Return of the Jedi to life, and we haven't been able to do it. That is, until now.
Jabba's sail barge is 3 3/4 inch scale and even comes with a Jabba figure. There are removable side panels for incredible displays and dioramas. It's also got premium deco, vintage packaging for our Kenner fans, and even soft goods sales. For movie accuracy, Jabba's sail barge was modeled using Lucasfilm digital archives and photos from the 1982 set, and some innovation for parts left to the imagination.
As always,
May the Force be with you.